Yo, welcome to Not Moods. This is LeeBISHOP. I'm in the house. I don't think that came out. With my special guest today, back again.
Damn it, I'm his co-host. Don't let him fool you. This is Gabriel the Angel.
Oh yeah, we're doing that, huh?
We are doing that.
Okay, co-host. I'm sorry. Can't call you guest anymore.
Not at all.
Been here too many times.
That's right. I'm part of the mood now.
I was gonna say pretty mood to be like Pretty Mess from who sings that? Such a pretty mess. Vanity.
I think I was gonna remember that. You're the music genius.
Okay,
here.
I got it. Okay, what's going on with Lizzo today?
So we're doing Lizzo.
We got Lizzo versus Jillian Michaels.
Yes. Are you setting the scene, or you want me to set the scene?
No, go ahead, man. Set the scene, bro.
All right. So the scene is this. I actually don't know how to feel about this one, but basically, Jillian Michaels was in an interview.
Fine as hell.
Was in an interview with
who cares?
Yeah, a lady who was interviewing her.
Sure.
But she was being in an interview, and the lady had asked her. They were talking about, the discussion was about body positivity, and
because Jillian Michaels is a trainer.
She's a trainer,
very healthy.
Right. I think most people are familiar with
very
her. She's
fit.
like, very healthy lady.
Yeah.
Has a great body for her age, and just in
absolutely,
general, she has a great body.
She's bad as hell.
And so the discussion came up about body positivity, and I think Lizzo had just won her Grammy, so the interviewer had asked.
She won a Grammy?
She won a Grammy, yeah.
What was this?
One of the Grammys.
Oh!
Yeah.
I don't listen to her stuff.
So, I think for one of her songs, Good Hurts, or one of the songs that she had, right?
I believe it.
Came up in conversation, and the interviewer had asked Jillian Michaels about Lizzo and her body positive message to folks, and Jillian.
This is after the incident at the Lakers game, right?
Yeah, this is after the incident
okay.
at the Lakers game, and let me actually say this as well. It was actually so Lizzo had said before. So this incident happened after Lizzo had said this. So before, let's just say like a couple of days prior, or maybe even a week prior, Lizzo had said she was going to quit Twitter because
because all the bullying.
Because of bullying, right?
Yeah,
so this incident actually happened after she made that comment.
Sure.
Some days after, to be exact. So Jillian Michaels goes on with her interview, and the interviewer is asking her about body positivity, brings up Lizzo, and Jillian Michaels goes on to say, someone who is 250 pounds, which is basically 100 pounds overweight, that's not good. It doesn't matter, how much positivity you put out there. It's not good health-wise, far as having high cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, anything that comes with the fact of being overweight. And she was just basically saying that she wants Lizzo to be celebrated for her music and not really her weight. I think her message was, and it may not have gotten out there, or it may not been articulated correctly, but I think I understand what Jillian Michaels was saying. She was basically saying, don't celebrate, being unhealthy, and not basically don't celebrate Lizzo. But there's a lot of blowback now about what Jillian Michaels has said. People want an apology. They don't think that it should be someone as her stature should be telling someone like Lizzo like how to live her life. And I think though in the interview, even I think I played it for you, she was saying, I'm not trying to tell her what to do with her life.
Yep.
She was just basically saying that whoever, whether it's Lizzo or myself or you or anybody else, anybody who's under the sound of my voice or who has never heard my voice before, she was just basically saying if you are overweight, it is not healthy no matter how big or small you are as a star or not, if people know you or not. It's just not healthy to be overweight. And that's basically her message. And I have to agree with her. I mean, again, I'm not saying what she said, speaking on Lizzo, may have been articulated correctly, but it is true. If you are 100 pounds overweight, that cannot be good for you.
That's a problem. Yeah.
And so I know there's everybody's out there having a say about it, and I'm not saying that I'm in Jillian Michaels' corner, but what I am saying is I love Lizzo. I love her music. I went to a music festival and I saw her perform up in San Francisco, like before she even got famous. So I've been a fan of hers for a while. With that said, if her doctor is saying, I don't know this as a matter of fact, but if the doctor is saying being overweight, or if her health-wise, if being overweight is not a healthy thing for her, I mean, it's great to preach and to live and to encourage people to have body positivity and to be happy about who they are and what skin they were born in. I'm all for that too, but I'm also for people being healthy. And Jillian Michaels was saying that she actually said in a video that that's one of the reasons why people go bankrupt. Now, I don't know how truthful that is, but that's what she was saying. You guys can Google the video if you want to know more about it. But she did kind of go on a tangent, Jillian Michaels that is, about being overweight and about how unhealthy it is. And she said she had been doing this for a long time. And so she knows, you know, from her, I guess, experience that being overweight is not something you want to celebrate.
Yeah, she was on that show that made
The Biggest Loser, right?
The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's one of the trainers, so she would know, firsthand about being overweight and being unhealthy.
Well, what do you think about it?
Do I think what?
Do you think being 100 pounds overweight, or even being like overweight in general, do you think that is healthy? Do you think people should celebrate being overweight? Because I think there's a fine line between celebrating someone and then it being unhealthy.
Yeah.
And that's what Jillian Michaels was saying. I know I asked you a question, but I just want to give the backstory. And she was saying that anytime that you're overweight, you heard the video, she was like, when you go to the doctor, I don't think the doctor's going to be like, oh yeah, you're good.
They're going to celebrate your rolls.
Overweight, you know?
You'll celebrate those rolls on your rolls. Congratulations. Wow. Got to see that neck fat coming in good. All right. What you eating? Okay. Put more carbs in your diet, bro.
That's always been a pet peeve of mine. I don't like that when people have the roll. And again, you know what? People are going to take this out of context. And what I'm saying, I mean, should I even say this? We are not laughing because people are
neck fat.
We are not laughing about people. No, I have a respect for everyone, and I understand not everybody, BODY, is meant to be the same. I know that some people,
but we could be healthy. Come on.
But and I think that's what we are both saying today.
Put down the Popeye sandwich. Pick up an apple. Get rid of that neck fat. Your hair don't know where to grow. You got another new piece of land back there. Like, what's going on, man?
But I'm gonna elaborate on this a little bit. We're not having fun with it, but we're just gonna experience that I've had. I have worked in call centers, you know, for some time.
What kind of call centers?
Like customer service call centers, like for you know, customer service call centers. Get into specifics.
For products or for?
I'm gonna. There's a point to this story.
Like, okay.
I work for Bank of America. I work for Wachovia. I work for a local.
You ain't got to give them shout outs.
Right. No, I'm just saying. Like, I've worked in call centers, and every single call center, I've always had someone who was overweight, and I'm not kidding you all. They would go to Jack in the Box for breakfast.
I mean, how do you know the call center? You mean your
because
coworkers?
They were coworkers.
Oh.
And then they would go, so Jack in the Box for breakfast.
Every day.
There's breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Then at lunch, they would roll to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then they'd be talking about, after they had all that, then they'd be talking about they're going to go to In-N-Out Burger and get the animal fries special. Yeah. And I'm like, what are even animal fries? Did you even know that In-N-Out Burger has animal fries? I didn't even know they even had that on their menu. But the people that get it, they know about it. And you know which ones I'm talking about. The ones with them rolls that you was just talking. Oh, and just, you know, little hands that be all. I am not making fun, nor am I laughing at people who are overweight. I am saying, if I'm looking at you and you are telling me what you're doing and you are foreshadowing what you're going to do, it goes back to Jillian's point. Like, that's heart attack waiting to happen. Like, you gotta take care of yourself.
Not only that, when you do get to a certain point where you're going to be hospitalized, it's not fun, man. Catheters, needles, weighing you, prodding, poking you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that whole process is horrible. I've seen it. I know people who went through it. It's not a fun time at all, And we could be laughing and everything because, you guys look funny, because you do. Calm down, you do. But it's also, it's also, unless you have a thyroid problem, which could be helped physically and medically, I feel like being overweight or getting people who get overweight is a mental issue there too, because you find solace in eating foods that are not good for you, like In-N-Out and McDonald's and stuff. I can attest to, the fries are pretty damn good, but I don't eat them all the dang time. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down. Have some respect yourself. Have some self-respect. Respect your body. Your body is a temple. I know it's a cliche, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Your body is your temple. Right now, most of y'all temples are crumbling. You know what I'm saying? There's too much stuff in there. It's congested in the room of your temple. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. It has to be horrible to talk to somebody and be out of breath when you're trying to explain something. You go, then they came.
Okay, I got a story about that.
And they were walking.
I got a story about
down
that.
the street, and it sounds like you're snoring, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Okay, and this is not a funny story. And again, if anybody is listening to this that is overweight, we are not making fun of you. We want to encourage you to be more healthy.
Well, we kind of are, but we also are encouraging you to lose weight. So calm
at the
down.
Bottom of this, when you look at it on YouTube, we're gonna put some links to where you can get where you can.
If you,
you know what?
If you remind me to do that, I will remind
you to do that. We're at the bottom of the video. We're gonna put where there's gonna be links to where you can get help and at least
and therapy.
We're gonna try our best to do
help
that.
is therapy.
Help,
yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the story, to go to your point, and this is not.
It's not politically correct, or what is this, like social justice warrior kind of thing going on, trying to make everybody happy. You know what, Gabe? You can't make everybody happy, bro.
I understand that, but what we don't want to do is we don't want to act like we are fat shamers, because we are not.
When you're overweight, it's not a good thing. Okay, let's not sugarcoat things. Okay, it's not. And I know we have family members, or maybe yourself, who may be overweight. Yeah, maybe be that reinforcement of saying, hey mom, maybe not eat that Jello pudding tonight, Hey mom, it's past 10 o'clock, might not want to eat that pizza. You know what I'm saying? Put down the pizza.
I agree with you on that.
And when Jill was talking about bankruptcy, and you were telling your thing about the Carl's Jr., now I see it. We keep buying food, fast food, this Popeye chicken craze, like, it's crazy. That's why we're getting bankrupt. I always turn to, we can get back to you, we'll get back to you real quick.
You're fine.
To the story where in New York City, this construction dude, every day he would go to McDonald's because he never had time to cook, right? So each day, obviously you eat McDonald's every day, you're going to develop bad food habits and be unhealthy. Well, the guy went to the hospital because he's getting obese, and the doctor said you're I think he had diabetes. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this story, but it's a true story. But except for, I'm paraphrasing, obviously. He went and sued McDonald's for being fat, basically, and he won.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
I'm googling that story.
Google that. Everybody Google that one. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. And everything. I don't give a fuck. But that's basically the gist of the story. Like, we blame other people for our problems. That's another issue. Like, we all need therapy. Go ahead.
Okay, I kind of agree with you on that one. To some degree, we all need some type of therapy because all of us are fucked up in some kind of way. Agreed. So the story was, keeping it on the subject of being unhealthy, there's this guy who should remain nameless. Anonymous, thank you. I'm tripping over my words because what you all don't know, I'm not going to share what we've been. But we like to have a little drink every now and again. So we
had
make
tequila and the fruit punch.
Tequila is our girl.
And then we had
She's never let me down.
And then we had a gummy.
Ooh, and a ooh.
Can we say that with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's legal here in California.
I know, but okay.
You know it is legal. So in California, where we are at, there's a lot of things that are legal. But let me digress onto my story. So with this guy that I used to work with, and he has sleep apnea. This is one of the things that happens, you know what I'm saying, when a lot of people who are overweight. So when they breathe, they stop breathing sometimes. So it's called sleep apnea. And this guy that we worked with, he had it. So he made us aware that he had it because he knew that he would fall asleep from time to time and then, stop breathing.
Is this at the call center?
This is at the call center.
How do you get hired at the call center?
Because what happens is you get there, you do good for your 90 days. After 3 months, they can't let you go. So he did what he had to do for 3 months. And after 3 months, he come tell us he has sleep apnea. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine. But I really didn't know what sleep apnea was. I'm 27 years old. I didn't know what sleep apnea was. I never even took time to look it up. But what happened was he would basically, this is a big dude. He had a stomach like Santa Claus, and he was very young too. He would take the chair, and you know how chairs have a adjustment lever on them where you can rear it back and bring it forward? He had it reared all the way back and would balance his feet to make it be like basically testing the laws of physics. So he would be like perpendicular to the floor, right? And he'd be like, how does he do that? But he would stop breathing, y'all. He would stop breathing. And I'm like, wait, he saw it? And like, it's the scariest thing. And so he'd be like, and we'd be like, is he okay? And then we go back and check on him. He wasn't breathing. And then what happened is about, 10, 20 seconds later, he'd be like, and he always had chips, like a bag of chips. And how we knew he would stop breathing, and then he would get back up and you hear the bag, I don't have nothing here. Let me get something here. It'd be like this. So imagine this. That's how it would be. And we'd be like, oh my God, he's back. Like that, you laugh, but we were so scared. We were so scared because we didn't know if he was dying.
What you scared of?
Because I didn't know if he was gonna die. I didn't want that big motherfucker to die on me. And so it was just like, people, take your health serious. Because like, if you, that's not how we supposed to know that you live in.
That remind me of Big Pun when he was rapping and he be in the middle of his rap, he's in the middle of Little Italy with a little bit. Somebody made, some DJ made a he took all those he put them in a song. Oh man, it's the best thing ever. It's like and I love Big Pun, man. One of the best MCs ever. But you know he was a big bro.
He was big. So, yeah, he was big.
But, we lost him too early. See, that's what I'm saying. He died of a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his way to being healthy. But what I heard from podcasts and stuff is his people around him enabled him to still eat. Like he would go to not food camps. What do you call those things? Those places like diet places or whatever. And he would
like Axons or something like, or Jenny Craig,
something like that. Like you would go like a camp. And
they have for grown folks too.
Yeah.
Hell, I didn't know that.
But he would take his he would pay his friends to get him like McDonald's or something on the side. Like if you were a friend, you wouldn't have took that money. You know what I'm saying? You would be like, yo, we're trying to, keep you healthy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So keep that example in mind too. You know what I'm saying? Big Pun, you know what I'm saying, died way too early because of cardiac arrest or something like that. Something with the heart. You know what I'm saying? Google that. Google the story. It's crazy, man. And
we say this out of love. We talking to all you beautiful big
BBWs. Is that what they?
Well, there's also
Big
men
fat.
too that are big and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking to all the
BBMs.
beautiful souls out there. Be healthier.
Take care of yourself.
That's
If
what
you
we
got
really
it,
want.
if you have health insurance, especially, like, use that, bro. Like, pay that $15, $30 copay. Get in there, do the physicals, do everything. Take care of yourself. I know it's scary. I have to go to the hospital myself. I'm scared about my finger, and I'm prolonging it. But eventually I will go. You know what I'm saying? So if you got that health insurance, use it. Nobody wants to be sitting back, propped up, having to dig in my potato chip bag so I'm still alive kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm still alive.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And then the thyroid issue, that's another whole thing.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's going through that right now, and she wants to live. You know what I'm saying? And she's my best friend. So, and I want her to live too. So, it's so serious. And then so Jillian, I'm on her side. And I'm not saying that just because I'm attracted to her. I think anybody is allowed to talk about anybody. Fuck you, Twitter. Fuck you, Instagram. We can talk about whatever we want, who and whatever we want to talk about. That's your opinion. That's fine. That don't mean Jillian's gonna listen to everybody and stop talking about people, or Lizzo or whatever. Like, she could do whatever the fuck she wants to. But in her case, she's a good person to talk about the situation with, because she's a trainer. Like, she's the best person to talk about it. And even on that show, she was very, I would say, politically correct, kind of honest. She did kind of was a little bit of a hypocrite, but not in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Everything was healthy. Like, it was a healthy conversation. Yeah, Lizzo is fat. She's unhealthy. She's doing this, be proud of my body bullshit. I get it. But that's not the move, especially with black people. Like, we have this tradition of barbecues and greasy food, and you need to put that fat back on the skillet. You know what
Don't
I'm
cut
saying?
the fat.
Save that fat. Put that fat in the bowl. In the can, in the what's that jar? The mason jar. You know what I'm saying? You gotta save the fat.
Don't cut the fat.
Man, fuck that shit, dude. I personally, I don't want to say which family members, but I personally have seen people who eat like this at the end of their days just live horribly. You know what I'm saying? They had to be monitored by a nurse. You know what I'm saying? There's a bag for the pee to go. She can't pee, or they couldn't pee on their own. Strokes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not. And we laughing about it, and it's fine because it looks funny. But it's a very, very serious subject. Very, very serious situation. And I do kind of blame this also on the fast food people. You know what I'm saying? Because we are weak. I mean, there had to be a law to make us stop smoking inside bars and stuff, because that was killing us. People were getting cancer by secondhand smoke. You know what I'm saying? I remember when they used to be able to smoke in the airplanes. You know what I'm saying? They used to smoke in the restaurants and everything, but now you can't do that. We are babies, man. We still have to be told what to do. You know what I'm saying? So fast food has to take some responsibility. I know it's cheap. I know you out for work. You work that 8-hour job. You just want to get off work, get some curly fries, and then go home and watch Real Housewives of Tanzania or some shit. You know what I'm saying? and then fall asleep with beer in your hand and on the couch. You know what I'm saying? But we have to stop that. We have to cut it out, man. If you are slowly committing suicide. That's what it basically is. Suicide. You're killing yourself.
And your family members suffer from it.
Slowly. Yeah, and then your bank account suffers because now that I do get it, you will, you know, God,
to bankruptcy. You see, it makes
fast
so much
food
more
every
sense
day.
now, right?
You know what I'm saying? I know it's cheap, but fast food every day.
You're bankrupting yourself because you're bankrupting your account, and then when you die, you get that medical bill. Somebody has to pay for it. It's your family.
Oh, that too. That part.
So I'm gonna bring it back circle. So this whole segment was about Jillian Michaels and Lizzo and body positivity, or is it healthy? Is it not? Right? So I think I'm gonna have to side with the co-host Lee here and Jillian Michaels. I love Lizzo. I think she's a great person. And let me put this out there. I think that I love the body positivity message. The issue I think that was with Jillian Michaels, it was because it was coming from her. You're trying to critique someone who didn't ask for your opinion, but you critiqued her, and now it's out there in the domains, right? So I say this. I think she may not have been the best messenger in her delivery, talking about Jillian Michaels, may not have been the best, but the message still stands. And I think that's what we have to take away from today, is that we got to be more positive about our health, but we also have to be serious about it as well. You know, so even myself, I know you have mentioned some things. I'm not going to mention everything that's wrong with me, but even I have to take it serious too. So I will say, again, may not been the best messenger, may not been articulated correctly, but the message still stands.
How is she not the best messenger? She's the best messenger.
No, I'm saying, like, you have someone critiquing her, like she said. So Jillian Michaels is sitting from this. I think this is the way people are viewing it, or their perception is. She's setting up on a high throne with her crown and her cloak and her golden slippers, and she's looking down
and her fit body.
There you go. And she's judging. I think the problem was the judgment aspect.
But she wasn't judging.
And this is where I'm like, I don't think she was judging. I think she was giving her honest, raw opinion, and it just hurt people because people are so sensitive these days.
Fuck those people.
And so it's just like, you know, it's just like you can't go after Beyonce because the Beehive comes after you, right? So it's just like,
fuck the Beehive.
I'm not getting into that with you, but I'm gonna say that I
jokes.
I think that it was coming from a good place, and I have to side with
absolutely.
her. And I think that, you know, you really have to take your health serious.
She's a woman talking about another woman who's not fit, who's not healthy, and she's a fit woman talking about an unfit woman. That's all. She's just giving advice. She's just saying, you know, she said the music was tight. It's cool too, but why are we celebrating her body, not the music? You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like back in the days, like, you know, we didn't have that social media, so we focus more on the music and not the person. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a Michael Jackson, but everything we waited for the news. Now we have social media. Now everybody's, you know, tweeting, oh, I took a dookie. It's green. Why is my dookie green? Anyway,
gross,
I'm Justin Bieber. Bye. You know what I'm saying? And there's 12 million.
You got Lyme disease?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're not getting into that, but go ahead.
But and then, you know, 12 million people will comment on the green dookie. You know, oh, I got green dookie too. Justin, don't be embarrassed. You know, I got purple dookie. You know, so we're tweeting about everything. I don't know. It's just a different time, and it, like, anybody can talk about anybody. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's an A-list actors and artists can talk about whoever they want to talk about. We're in the social media now. It's just the backfire is, well, not the backfire, but I guess the equal response is that anybody can respond to your opinion about everybody else. So SJWs or random people who have just like that first thought in their mind and didn't think it over and just wanted to post something and tweet, you know, with your 20 followers on Twitter, you know, be happy, I guess, that you're one of the people who maybe the news said, and Jillian is an asshole for saying this about Lizzo. You know, good for you. But I agree with Jillian.
And I have to say, I agree with her too.
Yeah.
Be healthy.
Be healthy. Not moods. Lee Bishop.
Gabriel the Angel.
Bye.
Bye.
Amazing Blaze.